JoLynn Braley Show, episode number 118, Myth Busting, on the story that they can eat whatever they want without gaining weight. Welcome back to the JoLynn Braley Show. This is JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, founder of the empowering, the awesome, the amazing Inner Self diet. The diet that is not a diet, the diet that actually cures the real problem because it's not a Band-Aid. What's a Band-Aid? A Band-Aid is a food diet that you try to impose upon yourself with willpower, and the Band-Aid doesn't do a darn thing to heal the root of your binge eating, your emotional eating, your food obsessions, your food addictions, your low self-esteem, your low self-confidence, your ongoing self-doubts, all of the stuff that is the real problem. And the Band-Aid is just a Band-Aid, and that's why you can only put that Band-Aid on top of your symptoms for a short time. What are your symptoms? Your symptoms are the extra fat on your body and your unhealthy lifestyle behaviors and your fat mindset. What's a fat mindset? A fat mindset is a mindset grounded in FAT, that's fear attracting thoughts. And as long as your mindset is fat, your body has to match with the excess fat, because you can't get away from the fact that your mind is what leads your body. All right? Mindset is 92.8% of the challenge. And the good news is that you can fix the problem, but it won't be fixed by just listening to my podcast or hoping or wishing or praying. You actually have to have a daily practice of proven action steps that will help you to replace your current mindset, replace that with a weight loss mindset, and then you won't have any problems. Just living a healthy lifestyle so that you can drop the fat from your body and keep it off. Let the binge eating go, let the emotional eating go, let the struggle go. But, of course you have to take action. You've got to be taking consistent action with proven steps at work. And that's the kind of system, the proven system, that I lead my awesome coaching clients through personally in the Inner Self diet. Hey, if you just like to learn just a little bit more, head on over and get my free ebook. It's just a tiny little bitty baby step. It's totally free, and all you have to do is go to www.easyfunweightloss.com, enter your first name and email address, get the ebook. You can read it, take action with what I share in the ebook, and see what you can shift, www.easyfunweightloss.com for that totally free ebook. All right, so today's topic is myth busting. I am myth busting on this story that they can eat whatever they want and they don't gain weight, they stay slim and slender, they're different, they're special. And the reason that I am myth busting on this topic is because it's a very common story that binge eaters and emotional eaters use as an excuse to abuse themselves with food and keep procrastinating on healing their inner self, as they keep looking at these other people that they are imposing this story on, that they can just eat whatever they want and they never gain weight. Well, here's the truth about this myth. It's a myth. All right? Okay, one example of this myth is if you ever read that so-and-so celebrity, okay, she eats whatever she wants, right? And she's very slender. Here's what that means. That means that if she goes out to dinner and she orders a rack of lamb and She orders a complete meal with dessert. She eating whatever she wants and still staying slim means that she's taking a few bites of each of the items and she is eating it, but she's not eating the whole serving. She's not taking leftovers home to binge in secret later. She's not feeling bad about what she's eating. She's not stuffing herself. She's making sure that she's physically hungry before she eats. She's enjoying the people she's with instead of it being all about food. Okay? So that that technically is, yeah, she's eating whatever she wants and she's still not gaining weight. But also, here's another fact of this story that all the binge eaters and emotional eaters who use this myth as an excuse to stuff themselves with food, okay? Another fact of this myth is that this person, this mythical person who is supposedly eating whatever she wants and she doesn't gain weight, she doesn't eat like that at every meal. Something else that's going on besides the fact that this person is not eating like this at every meal, there's also portion control, which I already mentioned when I said that she's not eating the entire portion, right? She's not stuffing herself, okay? I'm thinking specifically of an article that I read quite a while ago about Sarah Jessica Parker, and she's very, very slender. She always has been. She has been an actress since she was a teen or maybe a child. I'm not sure. But her acting career goes way, way, way back. And I think that she was a gymnast when she was a young girl. Anyway, she's very slender. But she's not eating pizza every day. She's not eating a whole pizza if she ever has pizza. And there's this myth that there are these people that are eating whatever they want and they never gain weight. And the truth is, yeah, they might be eating whatever they want, but they're only eating a few bites. They're eating only when physically hungry. They're stopping when physically full. And they've got the right mindset, okay? They're not living a life that is obsessed with food. They're obsessed with doing their career, with having fun, with decorating their home, with raising their family. They're focused on their life. Their life is not food. Okay? Food is supposed to be food to fuel your body. It's not supposed to be your entire focus and your entire everything in life. So that's another thing that these mythical people who appear to be eating whatever they want and never gaining weight, that's another thing that they have going on for them, because it's not all about the food for them. All right. Now, I've had coaching clients who have told me that they have friends or a friend, and they think that this friend can eat whatever she wants and she's a size 2 or a size 4. But when you really drill down to the facts of the story, okay, this friend is only in let's use an example of one of my coaching clients. She only sees her friend maybe once or maybe twice a week, and maybe they go out to eat once a week, and she sees her friend eating some food that my client feels and believes that that kind of food doesn't work well in her body. But then my client makes the assumption that this other person is always eating like this, and that they're obsessed with food, and that they are eating all kinds of things and overeating, and then they're still super tiny. Well, here's the thing. If you are only seeing a person in an isolated environment, then here's what you can do to find out what's really going on. Go attach yourself to that person 24 hours a day for 30 days and take notes and take note of how they live, how much sleep they get, how much water are they drinking, what kind of exercise are they doing, what kind of food are they eating 90% of the time, what's their portion control, are they eating only when they're physically hungry, are they stopping when they're physically full, and then when they go out to eat one time a week and they have a pasta dish or whatever it is, are they eating like that at every meal? Are they eating that kind of food every day? See, this whole thing, this whole myth of, oh, well, they can eat whatever they want and I can't. So now I'm angry and I resent the whole world who appears to be able to do whatever they want and I can't. I'm the victim, right? That whole mindset, it just is more of it's a symptom of a fat mindset, FAT, fear attracting thoughts. It's just more of an excuse to procrastinate and to binge eat and to emotionally eat and to look for reasons to fail instead of reasons to succeed and to make yourself a victim. And how does it work? How does it end up? It's all a big generalization also. Unless you physically live with another human being who has the same kind of body structure, is the same sex as you, because if you're comparing yourself, if you're a woman and you're comparing yourself to a man, and this man has, let's say, 22% body fat percentage, let's say, and your body fat percentage is 45% body fat, which is in the obese range, and you want to make sure that you take care of that, okay? And this is just an example. I have no idea who you are listening to this podcast. I have absolutely no idea. You could be an empty room for all I know. And whoever owns the device that my voice is coming from, they left the room and they left this podcast playing and that nobody's even listening to this, right? That's as much as I know about who you are. I do know about my own coaching clients because I work with them personally, but that's coaching. Coaching requires two-way communication. It requires commitment. It requires accountability. It requires action. It requires a serious investment in oneself to make a commitment to really change. And my clients that they do the inner self diet, they really do change because they do the steps. But this podcast here, I don't know what your challenges are. I don't know anything that's going on with you. So anyway, this example that I'm giving, it is just an example. But if you have 45 in this example, if you were to have a 45% body fat percentage and you're comparing yourself to a man who has 22% body fat percentage, and then you're angry because it appears that he can eat processed food and he's not gaining weight, well, that's just another myth. It's just another story. It's just another excuse, another reason to say that you're the victim and that nothing works for you and that you can't lose weight, when the person that you need to be comparing yourself to is you, and you need to compare to you what kind of food works best in your body, what kind of exercise works best for your body, and then go do that, right? Just do that. Now, I know this sounds very oversimplified because you're not able to do that when you don't have the right mindset. Mindset will block you every corner, every turn. And, when you don't have the right mindset, you'll continue to make excuses. You'll continue to tell yourself that someday your prince will come, and your prince being the magical, mythical, magical solution that's going to solve all your food and weight problems. And that's never going to happen. The solution is within you, but it has to be uncovered within your inner self, and you have to do the work to do that. And you got to have the right tools and the right system. If you want to get that done fast, you just hire a coach who already has that all put together, like what I do with my clients in the inner self diet, and you just do it. You just move through it, you get it done, and you break free of this stuff. Or you take the hard route and you keep telling yourself that somehow you could figure it out on your own, and that, take another 10, 20 years to just, keep doing food diets. A lot of people take that route. And, everybody has to live their own life. Everybody has to make their own decisions. And it all comes down to what a person wants. I believe that if you are struggling with emotional eating, binge eating, food obsessions, food addiction, self-hate, body shame, stress eating, if you're struggling with all these things, I believe, even though I don't know who the heck you are, I believe that you deserve to break free of all that stuff, because at your core, who you really are, at your core is just pure love. And that's what you deserve to be living in with yourself. However, the truth is that everybody on the planet has to make their own decisions, and some people just like to keep struggling. That's the truth. They just like to struggle. Their job is struggle. They prefer to struggle because it's their comfort zone. They don't want any help. They will never get coaching. They just want to keep struggling and then just looking for information, collecting as much free information as they can find, and then getting mad, thinking that there's these mythical people out there, mainly women, mythical women out there on the planet who are mythically eating however much, they're stuffing themselves with food every day. They're eating ice cream every day. They're eating pizza every day. They have no restrictions, no boundaries. They have no boundaries on what they eat, and they eat even when they're not hungry. They don't exercise, and that they're suddenly, mythically, magically fit, slender, healthy, strong, and it's just all magic. And it's not true. Okay? And continuing with that myth, continuing with that delusion only will hold you back further from getting into your best body and into your best life. Hey, you know what? This should have been a Get Real episode, and then I would have warned you at the beginning of the episode, don't listen to this episode if you are looking for reasons to be offended. If you're looking for more reasons to fail than to succeed, don't listen to this episode. But this is not officially a Get Real episode of the JoLynn Braley Show, so that's why I didn't say that, but it's kind of turned into a Get Real episode. But you got to get real with yourself. I mean, you can make excuses for the rest of your life, and you could keep saying that you're the victim, and you probably don't use that language. You probably don't say I'm the victim, but you blame other people. You think that there are these women out there that are just eating whatever and they never have a problem. Well, if they are stuffing themselves with food and they're not gaining weight, then they do have a problem, and it might be bulimia, and that's a serious issue. Okay, hopefully you don't know anybody like that, because that's an even more negative problem, and it goes even further into self-hate than the emotional eating and binge eating. So hopefully you don't know anybody like that. But otherwise, if you want to prove how anyone that you know, how do they really eat, okay, you're going to have to be with them 24 hours a day, 30 days, 30 days straight, and take notes. Because I guarantee you, if you're going out to dinner with a friend once a week or once every 2 weeks, and you see her eat something, I don't know what, fried chicken, pasta, whatever it is that you tell yourself that you can never eat, I guarantee you that unless she has some kind of a hidden secret major eating disorder like bulimia, which I hope you don't know anyone like that, because that's a really serious problem. And it needs a shift in mindset. It needs a healing of the inner self. That's not going to be fixed by doing a food diet. But anyway, you're going out to eat with somebody once a week or once every 2 weeks, and you see her eating whatever food. If you mistakenly generalize and you assume that this person eats like this all the time, I would say you're probably wrong. And you would have to spend time with them constantly to find out what's really going on. And also ask questions, and look at portion control. You have to look at the whole picture, because when you just make a general mythical statement that everybody else can do it, everyone else is free to eat whatever they want and they never gain weight. Okay, well, where are the specific details? What's the name of this person? How much time have you spent with them? What kind of questions have you asked them? What facts have you collected? You know, how often do you see this person? Are they the same body type as you? I mean, there's so many factors that go into this, and to just make this sweeping generalization, all it is just another story. It's just another excuse to use for binge eating and feeling a pity party and a woe is me. I can never have what I want, so let's just go stuff myself with whatever and maybe start another diet on Monday. That's what it is. It's just all a big excuse, because if you have a human body and you're living on this planet Earth in a human body, the human body is going to blow up and be huge and have lots of excess fat if your main diet is a diet of highly processed food, and that's what you eat 24/7 for all your meals. And if you're also eating, you're not even physically hungry when you're eating, and you're also drinking a lot of extra calories, like if you're drinking Coke all the time, things like that, Mountain Dew, whatever, milkshakes. I mean, you have to really get clear and get honest and get real with yourself of what specifically you are doing, and you got to stop looking at other people. What works best in your body? What do you need to do to break free of these food and weight challenges? Who's your coach? Who's your coach helping you to drill down to the root of the real problems that you have, so that you can finally fully break free of your food and weight struggles? Because food diets aren't going to help you break free of that. If they could have, then there's no way that you'd be listening to me right now. You'd just be out living a fantastic life, loving your body, just having fun. You wouldn't be listening to a podcast about weight loss, food issues, things like that. It'd be a total waste of time. Don't you agree? Yeah, totally. It's time for a commercial break here on the JoLynn Braley Show. This week's sponsor of the JoLynn Braley Show is my free ebook. You can get that now at www.easyfunweightloss.com. easyfunweightloss.com. Now listen to that. If you immediately get negative and you think there's no possible way to have easy, fun weight loss, well, that's just a symptom of the current mindset you have. And what if you could make weight loss easy and fun from the inside out? Because it's got to be an inside out process. Weight loss will never be easy and fun if you don't address your mindset problems, because that's 92.8% of the challenge right there. And then, yeah, it will always be a struggle if you don't address your inner self, if you don't heal your inner self. Like I said, you can get my free ebook. It's totally free. Just start learning a couple things. It's just a tiny little bitty baby step. Get that now at www.easyfunweightloss.com. Okay, a couple questions to ask yourself on each episode of the JoLynn Braley Show. I highly recommend that you grab pen and paper, write each question down, then write your answers down, pen on paper. There's a connection that occurs between the head, the hand, and the heart when you write pen on paper. You don't get that connection if you only listen to me. You don't get that connection if you type on a keyboard either. So if you want to get the most out of this totally free weight loss podcast, you can grab pen and paper. All you got to do is pause the podcast when you need extra time. All right, first question. How often, and these are all questions that you're asking yourself, of course, how often do I use the mythical story that they can eat whatever they want and they don't gain weight? How often do I use that story as an excuse to binge eat and just stuff myself with food and have a pity party? How often do I use this story that, oh, woe is me, they can eat whatever they want, but I can't. And you use this story as an excuse to binge eat and stuff yourself with food. Number 2 question, what are the specific details of this person who I'm saying eats whatever they want and they never gain weight? What are the specific details of this person? Write them all down. Meaning that, how do they eat at every meal? How do they eat daily, day in, day out? Not just if you see them at dinner, but day in, day out. Okay? How much sleep do they get? Do they get deep, restful sleep? How much water are they drinking per day? What is their lifestyle? What's their lifestyle? Are they happy with their life? What's their body fat percentage? All of these details, okay? Because if you're making up a story just based on going out to dinner with somebody and then you use that as this myth that, oh, well, look at me, I can't do what they do, and now I might as well just give up, when you don't even have all the facts. So what are all of the facts? Number 3 question, what am I doing specifically as a daily practice to get a weight loss mindset? What am I doing specifically as a daily practice to get a weight loss mindset? That means that you've got to have daily steps that you're doing that are shifting your mindset, because that's 92.8% of the challenge right there. You got to have steps at work. You got to have steps you're doing. Number 4 question, where is my accountability system so that I'm making sure I follow through every day with my daily practice? What is my accountability system? Where is my accountability system so that I'm making sure I follow through every day with my daily practice to get a weight loss mindset? Number 5 question, who's my coach? Who's my coach? Who is my coach that is being honest with me, who's helping me get real with myself, who can help me hone in on the root problems that are blocking me? Who's my coach? Who's giving me proven steps to do every day so that I can break free of my binge eating, my emotional eating, and do it in the least amount of time possible? Who is coaching me? And number 6, I think this is number 6, if you answered no, or that you don't have a coach, why? Why? Why not? Why don't I have a coach? And write down all of your answers to that question. Any excuses, fears, blocks. Of course, you can't see your blind spots. Those are the hidden blocks that are stopping you. But you can write down whatever you're conscious of. You know, all high achievers know that the fastest and easiest way to get the results they want is to just hire the right coach who can help them break free. And in this case here, anyone who is serious about ending their food and weight struggles in the least amount of time possible, they get coaching to do it. And that, again, that's what I do with my awesome coaching clients in the Inner Self Diet. Hey, if you are serious about ending your food and weight struggles, if you would love to stop asking yourself, why am I so smart and successful? You know, I'm so smart and successful professionally, but I've never been able to fix this food and weight thing. What is going on? Why am I so smart and successful professionally, but I haven't been able to fix this food and weight thing? And if you want to get it fixed and you realize that you need help to do it, you can't do it alone, of course, since you can't see your own blind spots either, then head on over to www.discovery-session.com, discovery-session.com, and that's where you enter your first name and email address. And then on the next page, you'll get the application where you need to complete an application if you are serious about doing something about these problems, complete an application to get on a complimentary one-on-one weight loss discovery session with me. Now, that's only if you really are serious about taking care of these issues and you realize that tomorrow never comes. You can't keep putting this off, because how many years have you been doing that and you haven't gotten to where you want to go, right? And if you are serious about really taking care of this issue, if you just like my podcast and you just want to say hi, that is awesome. Head on over to my Facebook page, facebook.com/JoLynn Braley, and like the page and leave me a comment there, or leave me a comment on one of the posts that come up on my page. You know, because I post podcasts there and other things, and just say hi. If you just want to say hi, I totally appreciate that. Actually, what's even better is if you just want to say hi, here's something even better to do. Okay, yeah, don't fill out that application if you just wanted to say hi to me. Here's what you can do instead. This is really awesome. Head on over to iTunes, okay? And if you don't have iTunes installed on your laptop, then it's free. You can download it for free. And then when you open iTunes, search in there for The JoLynn Braley Show, and then leave us a rating. I believe this is a 5-star show, because this is about, if the only thing you get out of the JoLynn Braley Show is that, hey, there's a hell of a lot more to this problem than just a food diet, okay? If that's the only thing you get out of this, then you've gotten a lot out of this free weight loss podcast. And I believe this is a 5-star show. But rate the show and then leave us a review. Leave the show a review. And that's where you just type in, 1 or 2 sentences, whatever. What's your biggest aha that you've gotten out of the JoLynn Braley Show? What is your biggest aha moment? What is it that you're getting out of the show? And hey, if you even want to, you could even leave in your review, if there's a specific topic that you'd really like me to cover, then leave that in there too. That'd be awesome. So do that. If you just want to say hi, I would love to read your review in iTunes. And you can also, you're definitely welcome to come over and join my Facebook page. That's at facebook.com/JoLynn Braley. Otherwise, if you really are serious about taking action and you realize that tomorrow never comes, waiting never works. Today is the day that you told yourself yesterday would be the day that you'd finally do something different. And how many years have you been telling yourself tomorrow, Monday, tomorrow, Monday? And what are your results? So if you're serious about taking care of these issues, then your next step is to go to discovery-session.com and start there. Okay, now next week's episode, I kind of just talked about that a little bit right there, because next week's episode is going to be on the topic of why waiting never works. Why waiting and waiting. Oh, it's actually a huge sign of addiction. When you keep putting it off, it's a glaring sign that you have an addiction. And what's interesting is that most think that it's a food addiction. I believe that there's a bigger problem, and there's an addiction to struggle. There's also an addiction to feeling bad. And I'm going to talk more about this on next week's episode of the JoLynn Braley Show, so tune in for that. Hey, I'm JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, founder of the kick-ass, amazing, empowering inner self diet, the diet that always works, but only if you actually do it. You gotta do the inner self diet. Just listening to me say those words, that doesn't mean anything. Words don't teach, only experience teaches. And I'm so glad that you tuned in today to this episode of the JoLynn Braley Show. I wish you your best life, not just weight loss, but I wish you your best life while living inside of your ideal body.